in West Lawrence. Mill Valley visiting Free State. Coach Herzheiser, it's 4-0 versus 3-1. We anticipate this one could be fun.
Yeah, we certainly expect this to be a good game. Mill Valley has had it going on for the last couple of seasons, and they show no signs of any drop-off this year with that 4-0 record and having knocked off Lawrence High just last week.
Mill Valley maybe not the juggernauts this season that it's been maybe the last two, but this team's still ranked number 1. It's won 4 straight games. You mentioned it's been the 5A state champ the last 2 years. Overall, this program has won 4 of 6 state championships. This is just a program that just believes it's going to win every time it takes the field.
Well, when you establish that culture and when you get that winning program established, then it isn't just the coaches, but the older guys teach the younger guys, and there's a certain set of expectations, and that just permeates throughout the program. And the underclassmen just take it over the next year when they're upperclassmen, and they continue that tradition.
Last week, Free State picking up a win against Gardner, a nice bounce-back game, and a couple of great plays from quarterback Jet Deneen.
Well, we've talked all season about the big plays from this offense, most of them coming from on the legs or the arm of Jet Deneen, without a doubt. But it's a potent offense, this Firebird offense, and keyed pretty much by the run game. But that passing attack can rip off some big chunks of yardage and account for some scores as well.
Coming up, our coach interview powered by Lawrence Shirts Factory, from custom designs to screen printing and embroidery with shirts and apparel. Let's take a time out. When we come back, we'll hear from Free State High head football coach Kevin Stewart. taking place at midfield. Well, Craig, let's just wait and see what they'll decide here. Looks like Mill Valley going to go from left to right, wearing the road white jerseys. Mill Valley wins the coin flip, defers its decision to the second half. So Free State will go right to left, and the Firebirds will get the football first. Let's quickly take a look at our injury report, brought to you by Advent Health and Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence, the formerly Family Medicine Associates. Whether you need a school physical, ongoing care for a chronic condition, or anything in between, the Primary Care at Lawrence team will take great care of you. Visit them online at adventhealthkc.com/primary care. The only injury of news for Free State, really for either team, one of the backups tonight, and Caden Thomas usually gets some minutes. He is out with a little bit of a knee problem, so we will not see number 51 tonight. Well, let's talk about these two teams quickly, Craig. Again, 4-0 versus 3-1. Week 1, Mill Valley played Gardner 35-14. Last week, Free State beating Gardner here in a game that you and I saw at 21-13. Comparative scoring, those are pretty similar. Mill Valley right now has got to feel like it's playing the Tour of Lawrence, knocking off the Lions last week in a game that was 21-0 in the fourth, but we got real close at the end. The Lions scored a couple of touchdowns late and then actually got the football back. A long field in front of it, but had a chance to tie that game up.
Well, certainly Lawrence High did a nice job of holding Mill Valley down there in the second half after falling behind by 3 scores. But, tonight, Free State, we know this is a special challenge tonight. And I think Mill Valley gets all the attention that it deserves with that number of state championships that they have, their record coming in, the way they played the last several seasons, and the Firebirds really have to be on top of their game tonight in order to pull out a victory.
Ryan Wingard in to kick it away for Mill Valley, and we'll be underway here momentarily. The Pink Out Night here at Free State for cancer awareness. I think this one, it's about this time every year, and I got all the junior cheerleaders out there, and everybody's wearing pink tonight. You see the Firebirds uniforms. It's kind of become almost tradition. They have kind of the pink socks and the pink tape quite a bit now. And so that's how the teams will line up and look tonight. Joel Appleby, his 12th season now as the head coach at Mill Valley. Meanwhile, Kevin Stewart, season number 3 at Free State High School. Pretty good crowd tonight. Late night in the fog going on over at Allen Fieldhouse, but a beautiful night for Week 5 in high school football, and we are ready to go. It's going to be a short kick to the sideline. Tay Ware catches it on the bounce at the 20. He'll try to make a move, maybe 2, and he's wrapped up as he falls forward to the 25-yard line. So the Firebirds get it first down and 10. Weren't many possessions in last week's game. I think the Firebirds had 7 in total.
Yeah,
I think was the total number.
Well, it was that kind of ball game. Gardner Edgerton just like to line up and run the ball right at you, and they did. That, as you know, that chews up a whole lot of clock. I thought that was a good game for the Firebirds last week. Forget about the score. Happy that Free State won, but I thought it was a very physical game, and Free State did a nice job throughout from first quarter to fourth.
So the Firebirds out there in the pistol. Jet Deneen, the 5'10", 185-pound senior quarterback, ready to roll, and they'll run the option on the first play. Dash Cleveland gets the pitch, and not much doing there from the 26-yard line on first down to bring up second down and long. Offensive line looks like this. The big fella Calvin Clements, the left tackle at 6'7", 280, just a junior. He's already gotten offers from 4 Big 12 schools. Ty Newhouse next to him. Tyler Gorley, the center. Will Young and Caden Leonard fill out that right side. Jared Willits, Manny Apelli, Jordan Brown, the receivers, and then, of course, Dash Cleveland, Tay Ware will carry the football if Jet Deneen does not. And Jet will keep it on second down and 10. Tries to work the right side of that defensive line for Mill Valley, and he'll pick up a couple. That'll bring up third down and 7 for the Jaguars. It's Grant Rukowski, Aiden Schaefer up front, switching numbers tonight, wearing number 61. He's one of the 2 returning starters on defense, along with Cody Moore. Truman Griffith also up front there. Brock Wooster and Peyton Douglas, your linebackers, and then 5 guys in the secondary. Ben Fitter with Jason Smith, Jay Ybarra, Mikey Bergeron, and John Anderson. So the first big third down of the night for the Firebirds, 3rd and call it 7, needing to get to the Mill Valley 36-yard line. Deneen with some time. Now he'll scramble. This is where he's dangerous. Lobs it to a Pelly. Nice catch at midfield. First down, Firebirds into Jaguar territory.
So Mill Valley did exactly what they did not want to do, and they lost containment on Jet Deneen, and of course he is a threat to run. That brings up linebackers. Manny able to slip in behind the coverage, find an empty spot out there. Nice completion for the first down.
And a nice toss for the first completion of the game for Jet Deneen. 1st and 10 now from the Jaguars 48. Fake it on the ground. Flip it out here to Willits. Willits gets a block or two across the 45. He's down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
I like that. It's kind of a long handoff, Kevin. You know, with that pass out there to the wide receiver. A couple blockers right in front of him, just out of the alignment. And it basically is an extension of the run game, and it really makes that defense go sideline to sideline.
And the good news for the quarterback is you get a completion and 8 more yards when you really didn't do that much.
You betcha.
Make it 2nd down and 4, pickup of 6 on 1st down. Deneen taking his time, play clock at 13. We played 2 minutes back to the ground. Dash Cleveland, his 2nd carry, and he'll pick up 1, maybe 2, and he's wrapped up there by a couple of Jaguars. Looks like Brock Wooster getting off of that pile. 2-year starter. His brother Troy also played. Mentioned only 2 of these guys returning starters on defense and 2 returning starters on offense. Meanwhile, on 3rd and 4, there goes the Jet. Scrambles his way between several would-be tacklers. He's got a 1st down to the 30-yard line.
Nice option look there, and Jet, as the defense tries to string it out, cuts it upfield. A couple of quick moves, enough yardage for that 1st down.
And a nice opening drive here for the Firebirds. It started back at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Jet pitches it back. Dash Cleveland taking his time, finds a hole, and actually picks up about 3 when, Craig, maybe that play looked like it was going to go backwards.
Yeah, it did. It looked like a tackle for loss. But again, Dash, as we have seen him, very patient, getting in behind blockers, letting them do their job, and then he finds the gaps, churns out a few yards.
2nd down and 7, and whistles before this play.
That's coming back.
Gets started, and this is going to cost the Firebirds 5 yards. So a false starts on Free State. It'll back it up to the 32-yard line, and now instead of 2nd down and 7, it'll be 2nd down and 12.
And I think, Kevin, against this defense, 2nd and long or anything behind the chains is not where Free State wants to be.
$8:30 left here in quarter number 1. Opening drive of the night. Jet Deneen fakes the handoff, then runs into Dash Cleveland, who turned around. Thought for a minute that he was going to block, but then he realized Jet was going to follow right behind him, and he manages to get back to about where they were before the penalty. So give Jet 5 yards there and another long 3rd down, 3rd and 7, but you figure in that 4-down territory. So as you're holding out 2 fingers, Craig, a chance here to where you don't have to get it all maybe on this play.
No, you need positive yardage to get yourself in a more favorable 4th down situation, but I think definitely we're looking at 2 downs to make those 7 yards.
Jake Patch and Jordan Brown split out wide to the right. Jared Willits wide left. Dash Cleveland back there behind Jet Deneen. Apelli, the man in motion. 7:42. There's the snap. They'll hand it to Cleveland. Got the 1st down. He takes off inside the 20. Touchdown, Free State, and touchdown, Dash Cleveland on 3rd down and 7.
Forget about 2 downs to make the 1st down. Dash Cleveland says, I'm going to the end zone. Nice cutback. Just a little, one plant cut. Get those shoulders headed upfield, and Dash Cleveland with enough speed to outrun the defenders and get into the Free State end zone.
Adam Coop out there for the extra point. Hold is down, low kick, but it is straight, it is good. And what an opening drive for the Free State Firebirds. Let's take a quick timeout. Free State in front of Mill Valley. It's 7-0.
officials are all huddled up there, still talking it over, and coaching staff has been looking
concerned.
For an explanation.
Is that an accurate word?
There you go. And then we see Mill Valley now down around the goal line.
Going to have to kick this extra point again.
Start the clock, the white hat says.
And so there must have been so there had to have been a penalty on the extra point, but that flag came out very late.
Yeah, the ball was through the uprights. The referees had signaled good. Guys were running off. I assumed it was some kind of unsportsmanlike call just because of the manner in which the flag was thrown, but both teams are lining up. Referees marching it off. Why is this being assessed on the extra point?
The penalty flag was clearly thrown long after the extra point went through the uprights, and it wasn't anywhere near the play. So this is going to be Coop's going to have to kick this one from 35 yards for the extra point. That one's low, and that one missing to the left. So a 15, it was at least a 15-yard penalty, right? Well, it had to be. It went out to the 18. Greg Hirschhauser is going to see if he can get an official call from one of the assistant coaches, but a late penalty flag. And Free State ends up missing the extra point, so it's a 6-0 game here with 7:35 left in this first quarter. Did you get an official explanation?
Well, the Mill Valley staff up here in the booth says illegal participation, 12 men on the field for Free State, and no option to assess the penalty on the kickoff. They had to replay the extra point.
Clearly. So they must have been counting the Free State players as they came off the field, right? That had to be. That's the only way that flag could have been thrown there.
It looked like it, didn't it?
And it's a 15-yard penalty.
Well, that's the surprising part to me, and I don't know. I can't speak with any authority on that one. But that was major.
And that could be costly down the road. So instead of a 7-0 lead, Free State just on top at 6-0. And now kicking off, and a chance here for Mill Valley. There's a penalty flag as the Jaguars get across the 35 out to the 36 on the return from Kendrick Jones. But hold on, that ball will likely not be spotted at the 36. That flag took place about the time you would expect, in the place you would expect. And it is going to be on Mill Valley. Is that a hold or an illegal block, I believe? So they'll march this one all the way back to the 19.
Yeah, they marched off 10 yards there.
So the Jags will start there. Hayden Jay, the starting quarterback. Ryan Fulcher, Jack Melvin, Ty Marsh, Blake Nice, and Mason Kemp, the five guys in front of him. And that offensive line, Coach Hirschhauser, very young. They'll hand the football off on first down to Reese Kennedy, their lead back, and he'll fall forward for one, maybe two. But across that front line, you've got one senior, a junior, and two sophomores on that right side. And as you would expect, they're a little bit lighter.
Yeah, and certainly that's a big challenge there to have those young guys in there and try to maintain this level of excellence that Mill Valley is accustomed to. Running backs from Mill Valley do a really nice job, and I think it's all about pad level with those guys. You cannot tackle them high.
Kennedy switches sides there as Jay goes from the shotgun. They'll hand it back to Kennedy, who crosses the 25 and then gets popped by one of the Firebirds.
I think the Firebirds have tackled well all season, Kevin. Either solo tackles or assisted tackles and getting multiple helmets to the football. And boy, that's got to happen tonight for sure.
Going to be 3rd down and 3. Just Jared Napoli and Kendrick Jones, the two returning starters for Mill Valley. The other 9 are all new this season in the starting lineup. Quick look at the sideline here from Hayden Jay as he gets the call in from Joel Appleby. 3rd down and 3, needing the 29-yard line for a first down. They'll hand it off to Reese Kennedy, and he gets stopped by the Firebirds.
Wow.
A host of Firebirds making the play. Grant Gregory amongst them, and the Firebirds holding Mill Valley to what appears to be a 3-and-out. Lost a yard there, maybe at least a half yard. It's going to be fourth and a very long 3.
So there it is again. Get multiple helmets to the football. Gregory leading the charge. 16 tackles coming into tonight.
Well,
just added one.
Jaguars are lining up like they're going to go for it, but if I'm the Firebirds here, I'm real still.
I'm thinking you got to get somebody back.
And then the quarterback, and that's what happens. So the quarterback goes back into a punt formation here. So Hayden Jay kicks it away. No Firebird back there. We'll see the bounce. Gets a pretty good one. Rolls inside the 30. And still rolling inside the 25. Don't touch it yet. Still going down to the 23. So a nice kick there from Hayden Jay as he goes from quarterback to punter. But a nice first defensive series for the Firebirds. A quick 3-and-out. You march down the field, Craig, the first time and scored 6-0 Free State, and you've got the football with 5:15 left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that first drive, Kevin, they converted 2 third downs into first downs, and then going for it again on a third down, that turned into the touchdown.
So Jet Deneen in the offense back on the field, and I'm not changing much from that first possession. I'm just making sure I got 11 guys on the field for another extra point if we get that chance.
Yeah.
So once again from the pistol, Jet Deneen back there with Dash Cleveland. Threw it a couple times on the first possession. They'll hand it back to Dash. There he goes. Dash Cleveland across midfield. He might take it the distance. Cleveland at the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown. Free State touchdown. Dash. One play. 77 yards. Touchdown Free State.
Big play again. We've talked about it all season, the Firebirds' ability and with a quick strike offense. And we see it right there. I did not expect that, Kevin. I didn't see that coming tonight against this Mill Valley team. And Dash Cleveland, nice crease there and a burst. Makes a house call.
Wow. One play. Takes it the distance, and what a start for Free State. 5:01 remaining in the first quarter. And out here for hopefully what we anticipate to be a normal extra point from Coop. This one from normal distance, 20 yards, and that one is up and good. And the Free State Firebirds lead the Mill Valley Jaguars less than 7 minutes in by a score of 13-0. Let's take a timeout. Firebirds rolling. Jaguars get the football back after this. Matt Sand, his restaurant was Bill Self. Sounds really good right now. That Bill Self mac and cheese. It's always 2 meals for me. I eat half for dinner and then half the next day for lunch.
Take your word for it, pal. Mac and cheese is not on my list of foods to eat.
It's on mine, and it's really good. What a start for the Firebirds, 13-0. If you're just joining us, Kevin Robry, Craig Hershiser, Mill Valley 4-0, ranked number 1 in Class 5A, but down by 13 points. And I got to believe it's been a long time since Mill Valley's been down by 13 points. So Jaguars get the football back here. Another kick deep to Kendrick Jones, and he'll get it back to about the 29, 1st and 10 from Mill Valley. But the Firebirds have 2 touchdowns from Dash Cleveland, and the Jaguars don't have a first down yet.
I'll tell you what, Dash behind that left side of the line, Clements and Newhouse, he just found that crease, and there really wasn't even a move on that run. He found the gap, hit it quickly, and just kept running until he found the end zone.
And another penalty flag here that they're going to mark off, and I didn't see it. I just missed the call, but they're going to walk this backwards. Penalty had to have taken place at the 23, and this is going to be a big one, and this is going to pin the Jaguars back. Had to be another hold or an illegal block all the way back to the 13-yard line. So what a great break here for Free State. And Mill Valley struggling and having to start deep in their own territory. So they'll officially spot it at the 12. Jay going to roll out to his left side, fires out wide. That one incomplete, looking for Kendrick Jones. And a nice job in coverage that time. Quesley, I think, out there in the flat. And somebody may have been open. You can hear the Mill Valley assistant coach saying somebody was open.
Yeah, they were expressing a little bit of displeasure there with the end result of that play.
Hayden Jay, more than 600 yards, 6 touchdowns passing on the season. He'll hand it off here on second down. And a short gain here to the left side by Reese Kennedy. And that's going to bring up a third down and long. And look at the Firebirds jumping out of the pile. They are excited. You got, that's Grant Gregory, it looks like, down there in on another play. And Jet Deneen looking at the signals from the sideline. And here we go, third down and 9. Free State trying to get another 3 and out already on top. It's 13-0. Jay looking right, now running left. He's in trouble, but he's got some room. Can Free State get there? They cannot. It's going to be enough for a first down as Jay runs for about 10 right in front of that Mill Valley bench. Good coverage.
Yeah, good coverage, and really a little bit of a pass rush going there. But the quarterback, Hayden Jay, does a nice job of getting out on the edge and getting to the open field and converting that first down. It gets them out of the deep part of their own end zone there, out of their end of the field. So a little more room to operate now for Mill Valley.
Tristan Baker in there at running back, and they'll fake it to him. Quarterback keeps it. Jay tries the left side. It's going to be a very short gain. Looks like Ty Newhouse in on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Call it second down and 9 from the 26. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Free State 13, Mill Valley 0. Last year, this game very different.
Yeah.
You were at that game, as I recall. No, you weren't.
No,
you retired last year.
Yeah.
Neither of us saw it. It was a 52-0 game in favor of Mill Valley.
Yeah, I was on a bit of a hiatus last year.
They brought us both out of retirement. Forced retirement, maybe. Jay going to throw it again, this time to the right side, and gets it to his favorite target in Kendrick Jones. He is spun down after a pickup of about 5.
It's a little
They'll mark it at the 31 and brings up another third down.
Yeah, and boy, I don't know, you might be tempted to go for it in this case, but honestly, Kevin, I think the percentage play is punt the ball and try to establish some field position here.
Third down and 4. We'll see if they'll get into a punting situation. Firebirds will like to force another fourth down here, bringing some pressure. Jay in trouble. Firebirds chasing. Jay turns it back inside, and he's not going to make it. Firebirds are going to be a yard, maybe 2 yards short.
Another flag.
That flag coming really right about the spot that the tackle was made. And boy, it's going to be an interesting decision here for Free State if it's on Mill Valley, because it's going to be fourth down and what, maybe a yard or 2?
I think they called a face mask.
Or it's going to be on Free State, so it won't matter. Yeah, inadvertent one maybe, and this will march it all the way to the 39, so a first down and 10. Won't have to measure, won't have to look. Third down play doesn't matter. First and 10, Mill Valley from its own 39.
Firebirds trying to heat up the quarterback a little bit, and then, he breaks, he gets away from the rush, but Free State doing a nice job of rallying up and getting him stopped before the first down, but that penalty keeps Mill Valley in business.
Tristan Baker's first carry, and he runs right into a Firebird after a short gain, 1, maybe 2, and I think it was a Logan Cry on the stop, number 33, and second down and 9. In the shotgun, quick pass. That one caught Jared Napoli, his first grab of the night, but just a couple of yards, and boy, he is gang tackled by the Firebirds. Slammed to the turf very quickly, and Anthony Lewis in on that tackle. Grant Gregory also there, and another third down. Coach Hershiser coming up now for Mill Valley. Firebirds have put the Jaguars in several of these situations so far. See if they can't cash in another one with 1:44 left in the first quarter. Jay rolling to his left, wants to throw, a little bit of trouble, pressure coming. Free State gets there, and they're going to drop him for a loss back at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, pressure from the outside edge over there on the right side of the field.
Preston Tran able to get there, and it's going to be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, good for Preston Tran. Nice job.
And we'll see if Jay goes back into punting formation again. He's in the shotgun right now, looks to the sideline. It's similar to what he did earlier.
Now it's a punt.
And Free State with nobody back deep. They're trying to get somebody back there, at least to stop the punt. And it looks like Jet Deneen went back there, and he scoops it up at the 26. Jet's still on his feet. Jet's still on his feet. Penalty flag comes out at the 40. Jet's across midfield, but I think there's going to be an illegal block back at the 35.
2 flags down back there.
But boy, Jet was, as the safety, he sprinted back. It was a low kick that bounced up to him. He did a nice job of grabbing it, and he picked up about 25, but unfortunately, most of those yards are going to come back. But another great stand from Nolan Henderson's defense, and Firebirds offense going to get the football back. And last week this offense got off such a slow start, didn't get many chances, but that has not been the case tonight. The last drive was what? One play, 77 yards.
77.
Those are fun drives.
Yeah, that's
what you call them.
That's good play calling. Hats off to the offensive coordinator.
The Dash Cleveland scored both touchdowns. Tay Ware out there now for the Firebirds on 1st down from the 25. So that penalty costing the Firebirds about 25 yards. So a break for Mill Valley. We'll see if the Jags defense can get its first stop of the night. 3 wide receivers for Jet Deneen on 1st down. Play clock down to 16, so still plenty of time as Jet looks to the sideline for another play. And he'll hand it to Tay. Gets by 1 tackler and then maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there. Grant Rutkowski in on the tackle. And it will be 2nd down and 10. Tay on the season, just 6 or 7 carries. He's had that knee injury that's hampered him. He's going to be able to play all year, but not quite 100%. They'll fake it to him on 2nd down. Jet looking left. That one's covered. Runs to his right. Fires over the middle. Ball caught at the 47. And a nice grab there by Jake Patchen. And that's just Jet Deneen buying time, running out to his right, and everybody thinks he's going to run it. Changes his mind at the last minute, and a strike right there to Jake.
He's so dangerous when he breaks the pocket and he gets out in a running set of circumstances, and the receivers do a really nice job of understanding when he's on the run and when to come back for the ball.
1 quarter complete. Firebirds rolling on top 13-0 with the football near midfield. We're back for quarter number 2 after this. (35-14), Olathe South 35-14, Shawnee Mission East 41-10, and last week against Lawrence High 21-14. But the Jaguars in a hole here. Free State outscoring Mill Valley 13-0 in the first quarter, and the Firebirds have it 1st down and 10 as we start quarter number 2 from their own 46-yard line after a nice strike from Jet Deneen to Jake Patchen. And on that 1st down, they'll fake it to Ware, looking long, right side, jumping there just over the hands of Jordan Brown. Got turned around maybe just a little bit backwards. Been fitter over there on defense, and he was in the right place at the right time.
Have you noticed that Free State, with their pass plays, they're really not content for those shorter routes, other than the one earlier in the first quarter. Otherwise, they've been running fairly deeper routes. So I wonder if they've seen something this week on tape that said, you know what, we need to try and loosen those guys up a little bit back there.
So the incompletion will bring up 2nd down and 10. Ware still out there behind Jet Deneen. And he'll get the handoff running left. Little hole there to midfield. And he's brought down right at the 50. And so a 3rd down and 6 coming up for Free State, but the Firebirds have been, well, they haven't had that many situations, but the couple 3rd downs about this distance on that first drive, real successful for this team.
Yeah, they converted all those, and then the first touchdown by Dash, that was a 3rd down play as well.
2 handoffs on about this distance. Jet going to run it right by himself. Tay Ware went left. Dash leaning forward, trying to get there. He's going to pick up 5, but he's going to be 1 yard short. He stopped at the 45, needing the 44. You got to believe the Firebirds will be going for it here.
Yeah, they'll go for that here. They're pretty confident with their with the guys they got out there on the field that they can pick up a yard here.
That big offensive line of Clements, Newhouse, Scorley, Young, and Leonard. You got a 3-year starter at center. You got 2 Division I guys on that left side. 4th down and 1. Jet Deneen going to keep it himself, and he got stopped. Mill Valley stopped him. Mikey Bergeron, the first one to get there. Free State goes back a yard, and that might be the turn of events that the Jaguars need to get this game turned around.
Yeah, just before the snap, the Jaguars started to walk guys up to the line of scrimmage, and Free State elected to continue with the running play. And I'm not sure if that wasn't a broken play, actually.
Tay kind of ran to the left,
yeah,
and Jet went to the right. And so don't know if there was confusion on that play or not, but either way, the Jaguars with a huge stop, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from their own 45, and Free State going to call a quick timeout here with 10:44 remaining in the first half. Just a reminder, coming up at half, our 23rd Street Brewery halftime report from the old Bill Self mac and cheese to the Haney turkey stack. Haney's busy tonight over at the Fieldhouse, or the Hank Booth Burger. They've got delicious food. Wonder how the Hank Booth and the Lions are doing tonight. We'll have to check in on them as well.
You know, going back to what you described on that 4th down play with the running back going left and the quarterback coming right, you know, we love it when Jet runs the football because he is such an athlete. He's quick and strong. But I got to believe that they really wanted him to duck in behind the running back to have that extra blocker in a 4th and 1 situation. So just didn't quite look right.
Well, and on 4th and 1 there, I know that was Tay Ware's possession, but in that situation, if I'm Mill Valley, I'm thinking Jet Deneen's keeping it.
Yeah.
Dash Cleveland's in there, then maybe not. But
there's that
on
too.
4th and 1, I'm keying in on Jet Deneen, and that's what the Jaguars did, and now they've got the football 1st and 10. And on 1st down, they'll hand it off to Kennedy, and the Firebird defensive line crashing through. It's going to be a 4-yard loss on 1st down.
You know, Kevin, right now and throughout most of the first quarter as well, the Firebird defensive line, they have owned that line of scrimmage as they've maintained the line of scrimmage, or they've just gone ahead and penetrated into the backfield. And we saw that right there. That is a loss of 4, and I counted no less than 3 people in on the tackle.
As we mentioned, a lot of youth on that offensive line for Mill Valley. Fulcher's a senior at 265, Melvin a junior at 259, as Jay's going to throw it here on 2nd and long, and that ball is dropped. Would have been a short gain either way. Jared Napoli could not hang on to it. A little frustration there. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 14, but then it's center. You've got Ty Marsh. He's at 200, and I can't even read my own writing on that one, so let me make sure I don't mess it up. But Ty checking into 221, and then Nice at 218, just a sophomore. And then Mason Kemp at right tackle at 195. He's 6'5". He's going to be a big fella, but just a 10th grader right now. And on 3rd and 14, Jay looking long over the middle, jump ball, it's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Off to the races after a great grab into the end zone, and this game has changed very quickly. And if you're going to throw one up, you might as well throw it up to Kendrick Jones. He wins the jump ball and then takes off to the end zone, and just like that, it's 13-6.
Jones listed at 6'1", and certainly the guy, that, as you said, if you're going to throw it up there, throw it to him. But I was impressed with the quarterback, Hayden Jay, as the pocket was beginning to collapse just a little bit, and he just stood in there and threw a really nice-looking pass downfield to his receiver.
a long yardage situation and just give your best playmaker a chance to catch it. Came into this game with 16 grabs, over 200 yards and a touchdown, and that is TD number 2. Extra point is up. The extra point is good, and very quickly, this game feels an awful lot different. It's 13-7. Let's take a quick timeout. Firebirds will get the football back when we return. Going to fight. Mill Valley down 13-0, and a huge stop on 4th and 1. Got the football back, and then a few plays later, a 59-yard touchdown toss from Hayden Jay to Kendrick Jones, and now it's 13-7. And Coach Hershiser,
yes,
felt a lot different when it was 13-0, and Free State was trying to pick up a 4th down and 1 in Mill Valley territory.
Well, even shortly after that, with that 4-yard loss, that Free State gang tackled the running back on it, you just kind of felt like Free State was in total control. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, one big play, huge pass completion, it turns into a touchdown, and Mill Valley is right back in the middle of it.
We expected this one to be fun, and so far it has been. Another short kick toward the sideline, and taken by Free State up across the 30 to about, the 32. So Wesley Edison, backup quarterback, makes the catch for Free State. So 1st and 10 for the Firebirds. Decent starting position, and we'll see if Jet Deneen and the offense can get it back in gear. And on the flip side, Mill Valley, kind of feel like the defense maybe figured something out in that last possession that it couldn't figure out the first 2.
Yeah, and, and like you said, they came here to play. They've got a great tradition right now. They're not going to just lay down after a couple of scores by Free State.
So Tay Ware back out there for the Firebirds, and he's got a hole right up the middle. Tay Ware, 1st down across midfield to the Jaguars 48, but Ware in there again, and I don't know that we've seen Dash Cleveland since the long touchdown run.
Man, Ware just ripping off a chunk of yardage right there. I mean, he just blew through that hole. That's the most decisive run I've seen him make this year.
Huge 1st down to the 48. Firebirds rolling once again. They'll try Ware again. This time changing direction, and should have just fallen forward. Instead, it's going to be a huge loss.
Yeah.
He spun a couple times and tried to change direction, and he's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, and it looks like Ware may be hurt. I mentioned he's got that injured knee, and he goes back down to the ground, and so the Firebirds maybe down. Let's see another running back. As I mentioned, we haven't seen Dash Cleveland in a little bit. I didn't see him get injured in this game, but we haven't seen him out there, Coach Hershiser, in a while. And I'm trying to scan the sideline here.
I think he walked onto the field. I think he's out there.
He's right there. Just wanted to make sure a couple possessions in a row that Ware had been out there, and he was running good. And he's back up and slaps Dash Cleveland on the back. But it's that knee again. Talked about, had the little bit of a meniscus tear back in 7 on 7. And at one time, he was wearing a big knee brace under there, and actually the knee brace was causing him some pain. Not so much the knee injury, but got tackled on the knee brace, and that actually hurt him a time or two. So after the 5-yard loss, it's 2nd down and 15. Little play action to Dash Cleveland. And that ball goes through the hands of Jordan Brown, and it would have been awfully close to a 1st down right on the sideline. And trying to keep his feet, I think, in bounds, and at the same time, ball got there and went right through his hands.
Yeah, that's unusual. You're not going to see that very often from Jordan Brown.
And like I said, it was close to the sideline, and I think he was trying to make sure his feet were down.
Yep.
Tricky play right there around the 40. Would have been third down and short, but instead third down and long. Call it 3rd and 15. Firebirds need the 38-yard line of Mill Valley. It's 13-7, 8:52 remaining first half. Couple of big plays in this one. Long run from Dash Cleveland and a long touchdown pass to Kendrick Jones. And the Firebirds want to talk things over here on 3rd and long. So a timeout there from Jet Deneen. And you don't want to make a mistake here near midfield. But Firebirds, pretty good shape with the exception of you hate it being 3rd and long. You like where you are in the field.
Yep.
Just don't want to be in this exact situation.
Yeah, and, we talked about this multiple times, but, get something positive. You're probably not going to try and get it all unless something just opens up for you. But you want the kind of play that'll get you some yards and get you somewhere in between those sticks over there on the far sideline, so you can contemplate going for it on 4th down. So we will see what Coach has lined up here. A week ago, I wouldn't call it a similar situation, but it was definitely a 3rd and long. They ran all the receivers deep, and then it was a designed quarterback draw. They ran. You remember it?
That was great.
It took off, and a lane opened up, and Jet just had all kinds of green.
It was a 67-yard touchdown run that covered about 100 yards because he went from one sideline to the opposite pylon in the end zone. Here we go on 3rd and 15. Here it is again. Jet looking to take off. Now he backtracks, throws the football, and this one incomplete. Looking for, I believe, Brown once again, and it would have been enough for a 1st down. But a nice defensive play from, looks like Ben Fitter again over there, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 15. So a stop from Mill Valley. You're starting to see some of that swagger come back.
Mm-hmm.
So LaFort's in there to kick it away. And a timeout here, I believe, from Mill Valley as they send a couple of returners deep. Of course, one of those is Kendrick Jones, number 5. 6'5", made the big catch, scored the touchdown a drive ago, and now 8:44 to go, and 13-7, Free State on top by 6. But Mill Valley now back-to-back possessions where the Jaguars have stopped the Firebird offense.
So after that big run by Tay, where on the first snap of this possession,
things look good.
Yes, things did look good. Then it's tackle for loss and 2 incomplete passes, and now Firebirds are punting. So right now it's going to be on special teams and defense to try and regain control of this football game.
So Jones, one of those going back deep, and then Dylan Massey, number 29, he's also back there. So on the Firebirds, I'm not kicking it to Jones. I'm going to kick it to the left. This is a high kick. Massey coming over. It's going to bounce at the 25, and a great Firebird bounce. Huge bounce. This one rolling inside the 5, and Free State will down it at the 3-yard line. But what a great punt from Andre LaForte. Exactly what the Firebirds needed, and the defense will retake the field after the big play that Mill Valley hit on its last possession. But tricky territory now for the Jaguars, and if you're Hayden Jay, don't want to make a mistake down here.
Well, that punt didn't look that good.
Nope.
Taken off, but what a huge bounce.
I think artificial fields have been best friends of punters since they started putting them in.
Yep.
Naturally, Haskell Stadium, I'm not sure you got that bounce.
No.
Not September. Maybe November. Maybe November, but not September and October. So 1st down from the 3, and the Jags come out throwing. Quick slant. That one is caught. And Napoli's got it for a few yards, but not many. Now they'll give him forward progress, up to the 10? He got pushed back to about the 5. We'll see where they finally mark it, but it'll be a 2nd down and 3. And even the huddle there for Mill Valley taking place far, they thought it was farther back too. So a nice spots on the completion on 1st down.
So a 7-yard gain. For the Jaguars, but still Firebirds with a nice job of gang tackling the receiver.
Tristan Baker, the inside handoff. And I think he's got a first down. Going to be just enough across the 13 to the 14. So a couple of solid plays for the Jaguars to get this drive started and get out of deep trouble back at the 3-yard line. Clock rolling, 7:40, second quarter. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you. Number 9 ranked team in Class 6A, Free State against number 1 team in 5A. 13-7, Free State leads it. Jaguars, though, coming back, trying to score back-to-back possessions. Penalty flag down here as Hayden J keeps it himself. Didn't pick up anything on the run, and we'll see if this backs him up farther.
And judging by the body language of the Jaguars, it is against Mill Valley.
And just the 5-yard run, half the distance, I guess, to the goal line from the 10. So I didn't see the official call, but it's going to move it back to the 5-yard line. So, well, yeah, it's going to be, what, first down and about 19. Another passing down, little inside slant to Jones. He grabs it up to the 14, so back to the original line of scrimmage. Seen that play a couple times now, just opposite sides of the field. He's the playmaker, he and Napoli. As we mentioned, the 2 returners on this team.
I kind of had the impression that the Firebirds really wanted to do a good job of containing Napoli tonight.
Second down, quarterback keeper, Hayden J run it out wide to the left side, and the Firebirds were waiting for him. Quesley, the linebacker, gets there. And that's going to bring up a third down and about 11. Big down for both units here.
Quesley coming into tonight's second leading tackler on this team at 6'3" and 190 pounds. He had 20 tackles coming into tonight's game.
Snap it to Jay, looking right. He fires, and that one is caught, and it's a first down. Jared Napoli with a nice grab right at the 27.
Boy, that was well executed.
That was a
I'll tell you
dart.
what. Yes, that throw outside the hash marks and really just on a dime.
Looked easy. Straight back through a bullet. Napoli got it. First down. Back to the ground on first down now. And it'll be a pickup of 1 for Tristan Baker. Comes into this game with about 250 yards on the ground through 4 weeks.
Jaguars going a little tempo here.
Trying to speed things up. 5:25 left in this quarter. Napoli makes another catch, spins away, and he'll get close to the 35-yard line. So bring up a third down and short. In fact, they'll give him the 36, which makes a third down and 1.
Okay, so 2 or 3 Firebirds eventually on the tackle, but the key was that he took the contact and made yards after contact. And I think, man, if you're going to be successful tonight, you got to bring that guy down initially.
Number 7 and number 5, keep an eye on those two. They've made the big plays so far tonight. Jared Napoli, the senior, Kendrick Jones, the senior. 2 returners on offense that started last year and guys that have won a couple of state titles, and the handoff here for 2 yards will be a first down. Straight up the gut. Tristan Baker gets the handoff there. And so from the 3-yard line, Mill Valley now has pushed it all the way out to the 38, trailing 13-7, 4:35 remaining first half. I feel like the Mill Valley's starting to get its rhythm here.
Yeah. Well, they dug themselves out of that hole after the punt, and here they are now out here challenging the 40-yard line. So, yeah, they feel pretty good about what they're doing.
Jones, man in motion. They'll hand it to him. He barrels forward, picks up a couple of yards, runs over Josiah Nash, who held on and brought him down.
Yeah, nice job there on that jet sweep action. You hand it off.
Of 3 to the 41.
You hand it off to your receiver who's got some pretty good athletic ability, and you hold him to a couple of yards of a gain.
Empty backfield. Jay takes the snap. Going to be another quick throw. This one to the right side, and it's caught And a nice tackle there from Free State. Grab made by Sean Aller-Heiligen. And it's about a pickup of 7. And so another third down, but it's third down and short. Say Aller-Heiligen again quickly. You got it?
I'm going to say Hayden J because he delivers that pass with a lot of confidence.
Tried to practice that one a lot last night, so hopefully I got it right. Third down and 3. Clock's rolling now at 3 minutes. It's been a long, slow drive from the 3-yard line, but in fact, it's going to get a little bit slower. So a timeout now, Mill Valley, and you don't want to make a mistake here. The last thing the Jags want to do is give the football back to Free State, a chance for the Firebirds to add points with a 6-point lead. On the flip side, you want to get this one, take your time, score in about, another 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then take the lead to the halftime locker room, knowing you're going to get the football to start the third quarter.
Well, you have just painted the ideal scenario.
For both teams.
You're right, though, with the with this time-consuming drive, Mill Valley is showing a lot of discipline, I think, here. Not getting too hurried up, executing their offense, understanding, what, they're mixing the run and the pass, and I think Jay's really handling himself very well back there in the pocket.
So what's going on here? An official in the Free State timeout huddle, and Coach Stewart not happy about something. So the official, not sure what that conversation is, but it continues with Kevin Stewart.
Well, I think the referees are trying to figure out where to go for dinner after the game. And Coach Stewart's offered a couple of choices. They don't seem to like him, so they ask him another one. He walks back and gives them another suggestion.
Clearly 23rd Street Brewery not one of the options. Clearly. That halftime show coming up here in just 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Check out the new patio over there at the 23rd Street Brewery before the warm weather runs out. 3rd and 3. Big play here for both teams.
And timeout.
And why not? I knew last week, we got to hear so fast last week.
Yeah.
The week before, the 19-hour game. 48 flags, we were here all night.
Yeah.
Last week, so smooth. And this week, we got a little tighter game. We're going to have to think things over here a little bit more. So again, Mill Valley, 3rd down and 3 from its own 45-yard line. Firebirds trying to get a stop here. This drive started back on the 3-yard line. Free State led this thing 13-0 some 7 minutes into the game. And since then, Mill Valley's kind of settled things down. Big play from Hayden J to Kendrick Jones, 59-yard strike. That's the score for Mill Valley. But as we said, important 3:03 here for both teams before we head into the third quarter. And the officials not near Coach Stewart this time.
Well, he's done a nice job of keeping that visor on. So.
Oh, in the old days when we had a sideline reporter. Boy, I wish that was tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big play here, 3rd down and 3. Jay takes the snap, fires right side, another completion right at midfield. It's a first down for Mill Valley. And that's Aller-Heiligen again. Just another quick, simple route, just timing. Just 1, 2, 3 step drop, look right, fired out there, and in the flat, ball caught, first down.
They hit that big pass for the touchdown, but other than that, there's been a lot of shorter possession type routes, executed extremely well. Jay takes a snap, sets up, plants his foot and throws. A lot of those are out, kind of out routes to the sideline.
So first down and 10 from the 50. Quarterback keeps it this time and picks up 1 or 2. Ty Newhouse wrapping up. Looks like a Colton Berger also in there on the tackle for Free State. Gain of 2 to the 48.
We have not called Colton Berger's name very often tonight, but he's in on that one, leading the team this season with 7 tackles for loss.
So 2nd down and long, 2:29 on the clock. And back to the air, looking to the left side. Another quick pass and another nice grab. Jared Napoli's got it at the 45. Going to be a short gain, but great hands there from Napoli.
Napoli had to stretch a little bit to pull that one in. I thought for sure that pass was too high, but he goes up, makes a nice grab, secures the ball.
And he's the little guy at 6'1".
Yeah.
Jones is the big one. Aiden Jacobs also out there at 6'3". Hallow Heiligen's 6'3", so
we're back to third down.
Third down and 4, definitely 4-down territory you figure here. 1:55 remaining. Jay looking right side, squeezes it in between 4 Free State defenders. It's incomplete, looking for Jared Napoli at the 35. Boy, a tight window there.
That was a very tight window, and I thought for a second they pulled it off.
The ball looked like it was on target, but the Firebirds did a nice job of getting there and maybe knocking that ball loose just as Napoli tried to get a hand on it. So here we go, 4th down and 4. 1:49 left in the first half. Firebirds on top. It's 13-7. Jay standing right near midfield to take the snap. Looks at the sideline, gets another call, trying to draw the Firebirds off. Will they snap it here? Clock at 6, at 5, at 4. Firebirds aren't jumping, and the Jaguars take a timeout. And what do you think this conversation's going to be?
Well, I think it's I think they may come right back to one of those possession routes, just enough to get the first down. Their receivers, it looks to me like they have a very accurate idea of where the first down marker is. They run their routes deep enough to get that first down. Now, might they run somebody deep and try to slip one by? We'll see, but I think they definitely want to get some kind of a possession route for the first down and keep this drive going.
So 4th down and 4 from the 44-yard line. 1:49 remaining, second quarter. Mill Valley with the football, trailing by 6. Jaguars will get the football to start the third quarter.
I'd go empty backfield. Put everybody in the route, and then maybe run a deep post because there'd be no safety help.
Bold prediction, Coach.
Just saying. Saying.
Get them thinking you're trying to get 5 and instead try to get 45, huh? Well, so far so good. Aiden Jay back there by himself, standing almost at midfield. He takes the snap, and it's a quarterback keeper, and the Firebirds have stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Free State gets the stop. Ty Newhouse and Preston Tran. We mentioned his name a couple of times, and boy, what a huge play from the Free State defense. And look at the field position. Craig Hershiser with 1:45 remaining in this second quarter.
So that's Newhouse and Preston Tran both winning their individual matchups and coming up with the big stop. And sometimes, Kevin, it just comes down to that. You can scheme all you want, but win your matchup.
Well, and it's that young and lighter offensive line from Mill Valley and the experience of the defensive line from Free State. Jed Deneen here fakes the handoff to Dash Cleveland. Instead, Jet dashes right up the middle. He's got a first down into Mill Valley territory all the way to the 40-yard line.
So a bit of a read option look, and Jet keeping the football and then turning it upfield. Very decisive run. 1:30 left in this half. Firebirds certainly in striking distance.
And Firebirds in a little bit of a hurry here. Going to run the option to the right side. No room for Jet Deneen. And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job that time by Mill Valley. Cody Moore makes the tackle. Clock still rolling. 1:15. Firebirds don't have any timeouts. Second down and 9 from the Mill Valley 39. 65 seconds. 62, they'll snap it, looking to throw. This one right side, he's got Jordan Brown. First down at the 24. First connection there for the Knights. Tackle made by Ben Fitter. And the Firebirds are moving the football, but they got to hurry. Clock still rolling at 52. They'll mark it at the 24. Trying to get the chains set up. Jed Deneen ready to roll. Gets the snap. Back to the ground. Dash Cleveland cuts back inside. Maybe picks up 1. But with no timeouts, Free State's got to go. Clock rolling at 30 seconds now. A lot of time off the clock here.
Line it up, guys.
Trying to get the call in from Kevin Stewart. 2nd down and 9, but the clock's the problem here. Hard count, finally gets the snap. Deneen looking left, lobs one into the corner of the end zone. Jump ball, it's caught, touchdown Free State. What a grab by Jared Willits in the far corner of the end zone. A jump ball, and it's won by the 6'3" senior. Wow, what a finish to this first half. 13 seconds remaining, and the Firebirds put another 6 on the board. Coop in for the extra point. It is on the way, and that one is good. And what a change in momentum in the last 90 seconds of clock time.
What a pass. What a well-executed play for as a high school football team, Kevin. And we were concerned that they weren't lining up quickly enough.
What I know.
And they get
taking that they left too much time on the clock.
Yeah, and they get the ball snapped and then throw that deep ball to that far back corner. And how about having your 6'3" guy go up and win the jump ball?
Just a great catch. He had him and the defender between him and the ball, and man just jumped right over him, caught it, held it high, and that's what they teach you, right? Catch the ball is the highest point you can catch. Don't let it come to you, and Jared did not do that. He jumped up and grabbed it with 2 hands, and his feet were in, and I think the pylon still knocked down in that far corner. So what a finish here. It looked like Mill Valley might have an opportunity to take the lead at halftime. Instead, the Firebirds get a huge stop on 4th down near midfield, and they turn it into 7 points on the opposite end. See if a squib kick or something's coming here. You don't want to give the Jaguars any chance to run one back here. That one is bobbled and goes out of bounds as Napoli tried to get a hand on it. So that worked out perfectly for Free State. 11.8 seconds remaining. They'll mark it at the 27.
Jared Willett, 6'3", 185, a senior. As you said, he goes up and he high points the football. Both hands, secures possession, gets his feet in for the touchdown. Dramatic finish to this first half.
And you would think that Hayden J would just come out here and take an E, and we'll head to our 23rd Street Brewery halftime show. And that's exactly what Mill Valley will do. Jaguars will get the football to start the second half, but what a first half for Free State. The number 1 ranked team in Class 5A, 4-0 on the season. And that team trails 20-7. Firebirds came out with a purpose. The first 2 drives were great, and the last drive was great.
Well, and so they go in with 20 points here at halftime. And, again, we talk about their explosive plays. Obviously, the second touchdown by Dash Cleveland was a huge play. His first one was of some length as well, and the net long touchdown pass. And the Firebirds have, just at the skill positions, they've got all that ability.
Got some size, you've got some speed, got some great hands, that's for sure. You've certainly got some talent.
You got a senior quarterback who's well composed back there.
And I don't want to read in anything about Mill Valley, and this may be normal, but that team's still in the huddle on the sideline as they run off the field here. So head coach Joel Appleby kept that squad out there to what appeared to be a little bit longer. The Free State band's ready to roll. They're taking the field now, but a lot for both teams and coaches to discuss over the next 15 minutes. Let's take a long time out here. Firebirds lead it at halftime over Mill Valley. It's 20-7. Firebirds off to a hot start and a big finish in between. It looked like Mill Valley had found some footing, but at the break, it's 20-7. Welcome back to our 23rd Street Brewery halftime show. Come in for the perfect game-watching environment, but also great for reminiscing with friends and family after the game, too. Head to the 23rd Street Brewery. As for Matt Llewellyn, I know he's probably getting excited tonight over at that Lawrence High game. But let's talk about what happened here. First quarter, things got started. First possession, Cleveland, 27-yard touchdown run. Weird 12 men on the field on the extra point.
Never seen
thought
that.
It was good. Everybody was off the field. I think the officials were counting them as they ran back to the sideline. Made it a 30-something yard extra point attempt, which was missed, so just 6-0. Couple minutes later, one-play drive, Cleveland, 77 yards. It's 13-0, and the romp is on, right? The Firebirds get the football back. Craig Hershiser, a short fourth down near midfield. Free State going to go for it and maybe take a 3-touchdown lead, but that's not what happened.
That's not what happened. Mill Valley comes up with a nice stop, and all of a sudden the momentum shifts, and Mill Valley starts to gain a little confidence here, and you know, a team that good with that much winning tradition, you don't want to give them any kind of confidence whatsoever. But they do, and come up with a long touchdown pass to get their score.
Kendrick Jones from 59 yards after the fourth down stop, and all of a sudden momentum in favor of the Jaguars. Free State, though, does something similar. Jaguars with the ball near midfield, trying to take the lead at halftime. Instead, Free State with a huge stop on fourth down and gets the football back with a little less than 2 minutes. Ty Newhouse, Preston Tran on the stop, and then the Firebirds with, I don't want to call it the biggest play of the first half, but so far maybe the most important heading into halftime, as Jet Deneen able to find Jared Willits from 24 yards out in the back corner of the end zone, and just a great catch from Jared Willits.
And back to that fourth down stop, I thought kind of an odd call to run a quarterback draw behind a relatively inexperienced offensive line from Mill Valley against all that size and experience. That's two seniors, Ty Newhouse and Preston Tran, combining for that tackle. That's about 500 pounds of defensive linemen tackling the quarterback, and then, as you called it, Free State taking over, and then the big touchdown pass from Jet Deneen to Jared Willits to close out the half.
So many different scenarios, Craig, that could have finished off that first half.
Yeah.
Mill Valley could be in the lead right now. It could be 14-13. Free State gets the other first. It could be maybe 27-0 Free State. Instead, Free State gets the stop, gets the touchdown in the corner, and it's a 20-7 game. It's been a great first half, and I anticipate the second half to be very similar.
And I think the defensive line from Free State deserves a little bit of attention tonight, because they have really controlled that line of scrimmage. The most success that Mill Valley has had has been on some of those shorter possession timing routes that they've used to great success, as Hayden Jay is able to find, in particular, Jared Napoli with some regular success there. But you know, they abandoned that at a critical time and ran that quarterback draw, and end result, Firebird touchdown and a 20-7 lead.
Late night in the fog taking place at Allen Fieldhouse, but I think we got the better assignment.
Yes.
Great one here in West Lawrence. Free State on top of Mill Valley, but we got a long way to go. Let's take another long time out. When we come back, we'll start quarter number 3. Free State leads Mill Valley by 13. One to move the chains. Probably fourth down territory, though, here if you pick up 3 or 4. Jay wants to throw it. Throws a dart on target. First down. Napoli's got it. Takes a hard hit. Stays on his feet. And then finally brought down. But he's got a first down to the 36. And just another perfect pass from Hayden Jay. I feel like the Firebirds defense has been pretty good in the secondary on some of these pass plays. I don't feel like Napoli and Jones are running around wide open.
Well, and here's the thing. Except for the touchdown pass, they haven't let anything get by them. So if the philosophy is keep them in front, make them catch and then tackle, Free State's done a great job of that.
First and 10 from the 36. Jay's throwing it to the right side. Jump ball down that sideline, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play for Free State, intended for Aiden Jacobs. And for the Firebirds, is that Mose Downing down there, number 23?
There it is.
How about Mo Downing? Not used to calling his name during football season.
And Coach Sam Stroh just holds his breath and crosses his fingers.
Well, Mo's about 15 feet from Coach Stroh right now, who's holding the second down number sign. And I don't know if he whispered, and he said, don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
Whatever you do, do not get hit. Second down and 10. Inside handoff, Kennedy. Picks up 4, maybe 5 yards to the 31, and then we got who's fighting back there at the 15? Is that Mo? Mo Downing mixing it up with Kendrick Jones down near the 15. Coach Stroh stayed on the sideline. He didn't run out. He didn't run out there.
I'm a little surprised there wasn't a flag on that.
I don't know that the officials saw it initially. I think they got there kind of at the end.
Probably saw the very end of it and wouldn't know who to call it on.
Third down and 5 from the 31. Jay looks to the sideline. Play clock down to 7, down to 6, down to 5. Gonna have to snap this one quick. He's got the play, and he'll keep it right up the gut, and he's gone.
There's that.
How about that one? Hayden Jay straight up the middle. That'll cover 31 yards. Touchdown, Mill Valley.
Well, an impressive set of downs from the Jaguars as they come out in a very authoritative fashion.
Exactly what they had designed.
Yep. So if that's scripted at halftime, I don't know, but boy, they sure ran all that with great efficiency. And of course, the key was the kick return.
Extra point on the way, and it is no good. This one missing to the left, so a break for the Firebirds. That makes up for the missed extra point from Free State after the penalty in the first quarter. 9:05 left in the third. This game just gets better and better. 2013, Free State in front. We're back after this timeout. On top, it's 20-13. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you. We thought this would be good. It has been good. Mill Valley's been down the whole game, but you just feel like the Jaguars are just starting to tiptoe back into this thing. And a big offensive possession coming up here for Free State. And this kick taken back at the 18, Tay Ware across the 30. And he's wrapped up there. Firebirds will take over first down and 10.
Well, Tay didn't look too gimpy there.
No,
as he,
like I said, I think it's the brace that bothers him more than the actual knee injury.
I thought when he was down for a while there and he walked off the field, I thought he had a little bit of a hitch as he was coming off, but he looked pretty sharp there.
Dash Cleveland coming out for the first possession here. And the Firebirds will start at their own 32. 7-point lead. Boy, a couple of quick scores, the one right before the half, and then just a 3-minute drive there. Only had to go 50 yards for Mill Valley. Dash Cleveland had the long touchdown run in the first half. Went over 100 yards in just those 2 touchdown run carries. And he'll pick up a yard here on first down.
I saw Dash at school today. I said, hey, do something good tonight so we can call your name. He says, okay, I'll work on that. Well, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Smart guy you are. Just tell him to do that.
Yeah.
Jet Deneen on the keeper, running the option out there with Dash. Jet spins his way forward for about 4, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Football march right at the 37. Free State needs the 42. Clock at 8:19, 3rd quarter. Firebirds on top of the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A. It's a 7-point game. Big play here, 3rd and 5. Deneen puts the man in motion. He's in trouble. Defensive line breaks through. Deneen somehow stays on his feet, and he's not, though, I don't think, going to get to the first down marker. He's going to get close, but he's 2 yards short. He should have been dropped for about a 5-yard loss, put his hand on the turf, stayed on his feet, and still managed to get at least a couple of yards forward.
Well, I thought he was just completely swallowed up back there, but what a remarkable escape act. And then to get him in this position, hard count.
Firebirds going to try to get Mill Valley to jump. Nobody on that defensive line moves. We've seen Jet punt it once, and he's stepping back into punt formation. Nobody back deep from Mill Valley, so if Jet can get this one off and get a good bounce, it's a high kick. And he did get the good bounce. Boy, the turf.
Man.
This one hits around the 35 and rolls all the way down to the 22.5. So another night turf.
Yep.
Punter's best friend. So Mill Valley gets it back, but a chance now for the Jaguars to draw even for the first time in a long time. They had the chance there in the late in the second quarter. Couldn't get it on 4th down. But a great first drive on a short field. Got a little more distance to go here.
You know, I agree with what you said earlier about the Firebirds secondary. We feel like they've played very well defensively in the backfield. We haven't seen receivers just running around wide open.
Handoff this time, Tristan Baker is wrapped up immediately. Couple of yards, looks like Ty Newhouse in there. So the relative of Robert Newhouse, who played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a kid.
You would know that.
Looks like it runs in the family.
You would know that, wouldn't you?
Big fan
Texas.
of Roberts, yeah.
Texas man.
Big fan of the Cowboys. Not probably too hard to believe. It's a short pass on 2nd down. It's complete to Jones. He'll pick up 3 to the 30-yard line. And, a late penalty. And
that's a problem, I
believe. Who is that on? I don't know. A couple of Firebirds are clapping like that might be on Mill Valley.
Wow.
See, Quez Lee came out of there clapping. And I'll tell you, Mill Valley's walking backwards here. So, boy, that was a late flag, and there are a lot of Firebirds around that flag. I didn't see very many Jaguars around it. So
I thought Mill Valley was pretty much back to the line of scrimmage when that flag went up, which made me think it was on Free State.
12 man on the field. Just speculating.
Who knows? Now what?
Is that a personal foul? Let's see. They pointed to Mill Valley.
Ooh. Jaguars backing up some more.
Mm-hmm. So from the 30-yard line, it's going to go all the way back to the 15. So a 15-yard penalty changes this play an awful lot. So it's 3rd down now and 18. Needing to get to the 33 instead of 3rd down and 3.
Okay. There it is. All right, scoreboard said second down, but they just changed it.
We trust Sam Stroh over there holding that sign. Jay looking to throw. There's a penalty flag that came out. That's got to be on Mill Valley, but the Firebirds there to stop. Ty Newhouse again in there. And the Firebirds will, this is likely an illegal block. Came out right where Jay was trying to make a move, and the Firebirds will decline this and force the Jaguars to punt deep in their own territory.
Boy, Ty Newhouse is having himself a night, isn't he?
There's a holding call.
Wow.
And it's going to bring up 4th down. So we'll say a nice defensive stand from Free State, but clearly Mill Valley making some mistakes in that offensive possession.
Well, and those are the kinds of things, like that penalty, you can't have. The margin for error
in a game like this
is pretty narrow. Is really pretty narrow.
Jake Patchen standing at his own 43, and I'm sure we'll see Hayden Jay go back and kick this one away from the spread formation, punting. But the Firebirds waiting. This one goes off the side of his foot. This barely gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Firebirds may take over near the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 25. What a break for Free State off the side of the foot of Hayden Jay.
2 big errors by the Jaguars. The personal foul call, and then that punt to a massive miscue, giving this offense of Free State a 1st down at the 25.
6:21 remaining 3rd quarter, and the Firebirds start a possession at the Jaguars' 25. Jet Deneen in the pistol once again. Dash Cleveland gets the handoff running left, looking for a hole. And he gets wrapped up from behind by Grant Rutkowski. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we talked about the Firebird defensive line getting into the backfield of Mill Valley, and so Mill Valley just returned the favor right there as Dash really had no place to go once he took that handoff.
So no gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Play clock at 15 as Deneen looks to the sideline. Kevin Stewart gets the play in. Firebirds ready now. 7, 6, 5. Deneen on the quarterback keep up the middle. 1st down. Not quite, but across the 20, close to the 16. I thought he had another step or two in him. He's going to be about a yard short. But we have seen that play is successful more times than not. Just the quick 1 step back and let Jet try to find a crease, and he'll pick up 9 on 2nd down. So 3rd down now and a yard for the Firebirds on a drive that started at the 25 of Mill Valley. Pelly in motion. They'll hand it to Dash Cleveland. Got the 1st down and a couple more. They'll mark him down at about the 12 or the 13, and that's actually perfect because then you can pick up another 1st down before scoring.
I like that run there. There wasn't a lot of hesitation or anything. It was just found a little gap. Needed a yard for a 1st down. Covered the football, so no chance of fumble. That's a mature run.
Try to get on the left side. Dash Cleveland puts his head down. Spins forward for a yard, maybe 2, tackled by Noah Coy. 7-point lead for the Firebirds. 2nd down and 9 from the Mill Valley 12-yard line. Back in the red zone. Free State trying to answer the score that Mill Valley put up to start this 3rd quarter. Pelly goes in motion. Fake the handoff to Cleveland, rolling out. Deneen looking, tossing, back corner of the end zone. Dangerous pass. Jordan Brown up high, and he's got it. Touchdown, Jordan Brown. Are you kidding me? He was not open. There were a lot of defenders in that corner, but Jordan Brown at 6'4" grabs the rebound, and Jet Deneen has yet another throwing touchdown.
So there's your big receiver, only this time it's Jordan Brown, not Jared Willits, but Brown at 6'4", able to get up and haul that down for the touchdown. So what an advantage to have 6'3" and 6'4" as your wideouts.
Man, when he let that pass go, Hershiser, that was a lot of white jerseys in the back of that end zone. Extra point from Coop. That one's perfect. It's 27-13 at the 3:56 mark of quarter number 3. We'll talk about the touchdown after this. Let's take another break. Firebirds on top by 2. This game just keeps getting better and better.
If you don't have a rooting interest in this game, what a great high school football game to see tonight. You know, if you just,
absolutely.
If you just said, "Hey, I'm going to go catch a game," hey, if you did that and came here, you got a good one.
Look, I'm sure late night's great and all, right?
Yeah, right.
But we've seen it. They'll have a scrimmage here in a little bit. Probably getting ready for that now. This is week 5. These are two of the best teams in the state. They're proving it tonight. And after a COVID year last year, and Free State, they're going to look in 50 years. You're going to look back in the record books and Free State went 0-6, and someone's going to say, "What happened that year?
What happened there?"
Just like we look back at those records from 1918 during the pandemic back then, you're like, "Oh yeah, there's no games. They didn't want people catching the flu." And those are the stories that'll be told. Short kick here, taken by the Firebirds. And that is Edison again. Yep. Man, he's had a couple of those across the 30, so good starting field position for the Firebirds.
Sure hands.
But boy, felt like the offense was just out there.
Yeah.
I guess it was.
And they were.
So 3:33 has been a long quarter. Already had 3 scores. 2 for Mill Valley and 1 for Free State. The scoreboard just went off. This is 3:33.
And you just commented on how it's been a long quarter. It just got longer.
The game clock, there it goes. It's coming back on. So it looks like the play clock, though, and the big scoreboard maybe on different power grid. I don't know, because you could still see the play clock and the total time, but you couldn't see the big scoreboard. So, and it just went off again, and this time everything went off.
Maybe we're on that Texas power grid that had so much trouble in February.
Is it cold out tonight? What's the temperature? I got a lot of friends back home that suffer through that.
Yeah, I bet you do. That was.
And I wanted to tell them it's about 6 weeks of Europe here, and our heat's always on. What's going on down there? Just need to figure some things out. And the scoreboard back on. Now it's back off. So this may have to be a handheld timer here from the official. I think that's what they're saying now, so we'll keep it on the field. And so 3:33. And so I think they're going to start playing. Scoreboard's back on. Officials, though, said they'll keep the time on the field. The Firebirds are getting ready to go, and scoreboard just went off again. So 3:33 remaining, and we'll guess from here. Jet Deneen back out there with the offense, 1st and 10, and Dash Cleveland with an answer. There's a nice run for 8 yards across the 40 to the 42. Just found a hole right up the middle.
So you got to love how this half is going. One team scores, the other team answers. Team scores again. Now the Firebirds have to answer again.
Wooster made the stop, and the small clock is working up there. So we approach 3 minutes. Play clock down to 20. 2nd down and 2. Another handoff to Cleveland. He squirts through a hole. He's got the first down. He gets hit hard, but he's up near midfield. Boy, where'd he come from? Looked like he was stopped, and then just boom, a burst. And Dash Cleveland, though, he said he got hit hard, and he stays down on the field. And he looks shaken up. He got blasted right at the 49. He held on to the football. But he looks shaken up, and he has not moved much. Kicking his legs and still face down. So a big run there for Dash as both trainers head out there, check on him. Boy, some concern there from where Kevin Stewart looks upset there from midfield. He's talking to the officials again. And Jet Deneen out there taking a look, and boy, Dash still down. 2:59 remaining 3rd quarter. Free State on top. It's 27-20. We've got an injury timeout. Let's take a timeout, too. We'll be back to Free State High School after this 1-minute timeout. still down right at midfield. He has been moving his arms and his legs. And Devin McAnderson out there, the training crew, Jet Deneen. And still face down. So you take a look, the rest of the team coming over. Kevin Stewart there. And we had an incident, 2-3 weeks ago? Free State's had it, a couple times where the ambulances had to come out. And that was for one of the kids on the opposing team.
Yeah, the first 2 games of the year.
But they are trying to keep him very still in that situation. But he's able to move his feet and his hands. But a scary situation for sure here at Free State High School. Again, we've got a really great game going on, 27-20. Dash Cleveland, a huge part for this game so far. A huge part, obviously, of the Firebirds offense, and just not appear that we will see him play tonight, and that's not the concern. Obviously, we just hope he's okay now. And again, he did get hard spinning, held onto the football and went down, but didn't see anything out of the ordinary from our angle.
No, he was hit hard, but there was nothing readily apparent about that collision that would lead to this.
Coach Appleby coming out too. Well, let's take another timeout while hopefully Dash is okay. We'll be back to Free State here in just a minute. Got up on his own. All right, we've got some good news here. As Dash Cleveland, they rolled him over. They kept him very still for several more minutes, and they popped him up. He is clearly a little woozy and a little wobbly, but he is getting off the field and under his own power. And now he got to the sideline and he's ready just to sit back down. So he obviously got hit hard, and hopefully he's okay in the long term. Not going to see him, I'm sure, again tonight. But good news is Dash Cleveland does get off under his own power, and I think they're going to walk him off here to the bench and take a seat. So we'll keep an eye on him there. He did, though, get the first down for the Firebirds, and now it's Tay Ware's turn on 1st and 10. Penalty flag comes out. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Look like Noah Coy in there. I've got to believe this is in the area of holding. And so this will mark it off. From the 49 back to the 38-yard line. So second, we'll make it first down and 21. So Firebirds still on top, third quarter, 2:43 remaining. It's 27-20. It's going to be first down and 21. Deneen scrambling, in trouble. Back at his own 25, and he just throws it out of bounds. And a smart play there from the Firebirds senior.
Yeah, get rid of it.
That ball's marked at the Firebirds 38. Got to get to the 41 of Mill Valley to pick up a first down. Keep an eye on the quarterback draw play.
So, yeah, it would be that time, wouldn't it? But a long ways to go. All the receivers were in a deep pattern there. Nobody running any kind of an intermediate route. So without the appropriate time, Jet was kind of left hanging out to dry.
Second down and long. Deneen quarterback draw to that left side, and he can't quite break away. He gets to the 44, and he's brought down there by, looks like Cody Moore. The big senior making a nice play from that defensive end position. So third down and 15. And Tayware back there with Jet Deneen. See if he can find one of his favorite targets, or see if one of those targets can make a play for him. Jordan Brown on this right side going long. Jet going to throw it up to him, and he kind of threw the defender down, but the ball was out of bounds either way. And nice defense there. Looks like Baruch Kasabu back there defending, but I think Jordan threw him to the ground, but the pass was not in bounds. So it's going to be fourth down and 15, and the Firebirds drive stalls and going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, nobody was catching that ball.
So Andrew LaForte in there to punt. This is one of the few times we've seen one of the real punters.
Yeah,
It's been the quarterbacks
we
that have
haven't
done most
seen
of
it
the
very
damage.
much tonight. So the Firebirds with that stoppage of play and then the holding call, they've really stalled out here. What a great chance for Mill Valley to resume momentum in this game.
High punt taken at the 26. And a penalty flag comes down after a quick tackle.
Two flags.
Still got all on the far side of the field. One at the 40, one at the opposite 43.
Yeah, one kind of line of scrimmage area and the other in the return area.
Massey on the return. But who knows where this will be.
Good coverage on that
spotted. Yeah. Might be a re-kick. The one penalty flag looks like it was back close to the line of scrimmage. The other down past the first down marker. They have not moved the chains yet. Got to believe one was pre-kick and the other post-kick.
Illegal procedure on the Firebirds.
And holding on the Firebirds. So
Both against Free State.
On Freeston, I think they're going to redo fourth down. At least it looked like he held up 4, right? Or not?
I don't know that you would, though, because I thought he said procedure declined.
Maybe so.
Which would indicate that they would take the other penalty.
All right, where are we going to mark it? So we'll mark off 10 yards from the hold. So from the 29, they'll march it up to the 39. So that's where it'll be first down in 10 Mill Valley. Jaguars now 61 yards away from trying to tie this game up. They have trailed throughout. Minute 35 remaining, third quarter.
Defense has really got to step it up here.
Hayden J. The handoff to Tristan Baker, and not much doing there. Maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8, and another injured player down on the field. This time it's a Mill Valley Jaguar.
I believe that was Preston Tran on the tackle after a couple yards of gain for Mill Valley.
A couple of injuries here, and we kind of lost the rhythm of this game. We take a look, and like we said, the good news is that Dash Cleveland over on the sideline, and it looked like maybe going through a concussion protocol kind of test down there. Teammates coming over there and talking to him and having chats, and that's it's good to see. His helmet is not on, but at least from where that started, where it ended, we're in a better place now for Dash Cleveland.
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely.
He's so nervous when a kid goes down with a serious injury, and like we said, it didn't look like anything out of the ordinary from here. But Firebirds are going to have to win this one without him. 2nd down and 8. Same play here. Firebirds get into the backfield.
Nice.
A yard, maybe 2 on the loss, and that's just Brian Lane being in the right spot at the right time. Right place, right time. Going to be a loss of 2. Bring up 3rd down and 10. Tristan Baker.
Brian Lane combining on that stop. A couple of guys are near the top of the total tackles chart for Free State.
Big play here, 3rd down and 10. Under a minute remaining, 3rd quarter. Baker, the man in motion. Jay running that way, then throws back to the right side, and the ball.
What a play.
But a great tackle by Mose Downing, and then a flag thrown right there. But Downing saved the day. It's going to be way short of a 1st down. But there is a penalty flag down right at the point of the tackle.
Mose Downing fought through the block, made the tackle on that little throwback screen that looked, that play had big yardage written all over it. All the motion coming to the left, and they throw it back to the right. 2 blockers in front of him. Mo with an impressive defensive play, but now we await the official call.
It's a block in the back on Mill Valley. So where's that spot, though? So they're at the 42. It's going to be... Well, you're going to take it here? I don't know how close they were to the first time. I didn't see it. Where did they have it marked? They had it at the 43 is where they're putting it down. So 4th down and 6. And the Firebirds are going to decline that penalty. And you would think that's a good decision. Can't imagine Mill Valley going for it here with an entire quarter to go. But if they punt it, Hayden Jay's going to punt it. We've seen this before. Trying to get him to jump off sides, and now he's backing up, and he'll go back into punt formation. And Jet Deneen, is he sprinting back? Not this time. And a better punt here. A boomer, actually, from Hayden. But, boy, he did not get a good bounce. This one sideways inside the 20. And a penalty flag down here. The official, I think, ran into one of the Firebird coaches. That's going to be a sideline penalty.
Oh, no.
Get back coach was in the way. And so it was after the punt. So Free State should maintain possession, but this will back him up probably inside the 10. Did I say it felt like 3 weeks ago? Starting to. Got a lot of yellow flags here in the last 5. We just need to end this quarter. We got 8 seconds left.
Yeah, let's put this quarter to rest.
Should we tell the guys down here just run the clock?
I'd kind of like to.
Hey, just run the clock. Can we just run it in this 3rd quarter? Let's just run it. We got the thumbs up down there. This has been a brutal quarter for everybody.
I'd like to see a replay of that penalty to just see what happened down there.
Just a collision with the coach on the sideline, and you don't see this for us. Sometimes it's a warning.
Yeah. But
this is not a warning. So they're walking it off now, and like I said, this is going to go back inside the 10, so half the distance to the goal line. They'll put it at the 9.5. So Free State gets the football. Nice defensive stand, 27-20 lead. Still got 12 minutes and 8 seconds left in this game. And Tay Ware going to be the primary back Now for the Firebirds back there with Jet Deneen. I knew I was going to do that eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
But we've got Hayden J and then Jet Deneen, and I've been here for all the Deneens, so I'm surprised I haven't said all their names at some point. Boy, Jet Deneen trying to get to the outside. It breaks a couple of tackles, and he did well to get back to even close to the line of scrimmage. That will mercifully end quarter number 3. It's still a great game. Hopefully the fourth quarter is smoother. Free State leads Mill Valley 27-20. Let's just make things smoother and get to the fourth quarter. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you. We are in West Lawrence. The Free State Firebirds, number 9 ranked team in the state in Class 6A, leading the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A, the Mill Valley Jaguars at 4-0. It's a 27-20 game. Free State with the football, 2nd down and 10 from its own 9-yard line. Dash Cleveland out of the game. He was injured in the third quarter. We do not expect him to return. Instead, it's going to be Tay Ware, we think, from here on out. And he picks up a couple. Football is out. Did he fumble? Boy, it was late if he did. Mill Valley says it has the football. The officials are there taking a look. They're still looking. They're trying to get guys off the pile. And somehow, some way, if there was a fumble, Tay Ware came out of there with it. Pickup of 1, it's 3rd down and 9. Like he was down there fighting Cody Moore for it. But boy, Mill Valley originally thought Jags were all pointing the opposite direction. They thought they had the football. Free State, though, comes away with it. Big play here on 3rd and 9. If the Jags can get a stop, they'll have great field position after a punt. Deneen with plenty of time on 3rd and long, fires over the middle. Ball is caught. 1st down at the 25. Jordan Brown delivers again.
Look at that. Man,
he's big, he's tall, he's open. Just get the ball to him.
Step and throw. Put it on a rope. Jordan Brown up, full extension. 2-handed catch.
Caught more than 70 balls a year ago at Baser Linwood with that throwing, passing offense of Rod Stahlbomber. So a 1st and 10 and a huge one at the 25. Tay Ware, maybe 1. Straight ahead. Looked like Jet Deneen thought about keeping it. Instead, he stuck it there right in the chest of number 22. And the clock will roll, 10:43, 10:42. Firebirds on top, it's 27-20.
Boy, give a little credit to this Jaguar defensive line as they're controlling the line of scrimmage. The Firebirds run game really not producing anything at all right now.
Well, and that's where the experience is. You got Aiden Schaefer, Cody Moore up front. These guys have been very disruptive. Got to throw it out wide here. Jared Willits breaks 1 tackle, gets across the 30, and kind of that glorified run play that you mentioned, but you try to get a one-on-one out wide, and Jared did a pretty good job to pick up 5.
Yep.
So a manageable 3rd down now at 3rd and 4. They'll mark the football at the 31, and the Firebirds in a hurry. They're already lined up. The snap to Deneen. This is a keeper running left side. 1st down and more.
There he goes.
Breaking away at midfield. Jet Deneen. Goodbye. Touchdown, Free State.
At any time, Kevin, at any time, this Firebird offense can strike from just about anywhere on the field.
69 yards.
We've seen it so many times this season.
The Jet takes off. Another huge play in this game. About a boatload of them. And the Firebirds once again up by 2 scores. Extra point from Coop is on the way and good. You know, everybody's plan coming in is to stop Jet Deneen until you try to do it. He is one of the strongest kids from one of the strongest football families in the entire part of Northeast Kansas.
Well, what was it Mike Tyson said about everybody having a plan?
Till you get popped.
Till you get punched in the mouth. Everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
69 yards. Jet Deneen trying to just pick up the first down on 3rd and 4.
And that's all.
Breaks through the hole, and there's nobody in the secondary.
That's all it looked like was happened, really. And then just a burst, and he's between defenders, and then he's off to the races.
27-yard touchdown run, 77-yard touchdown run, 59-yard pass play, 24-yard touchdown pass, 31-yard TD run, a 12-yard TD catch, a 64-yard touchdown run, and a 69-yard touchdown run. That has been the scoring so far in this game.
It's nice to have athletes, isn't it?
Man, add it all up, and it's 34-20 Free State trying to pull off a big upset here in West Lawrence. Another short kick, and the Firebirds there nicely to make the tackle. Sean Aller-Heiligen able to return it up to the 34. He's been the guy that Free State's tried to kick it to, try to keep it away from Kendrick Jones. So first down and 10, Mill Valley back at the 34, and these have been quick strike kind of deals. Pay attention. Thanks for watching with us tonight on 810 Varsity, and if you're listening on 92.9, this has been fun. It's getting late. A lot of time left, 9:39. Fourth quarter, it's a 14-point game. The Firebirds have just got to put a stiff arm to this game. Just hold Mill Valley off just by a little bit each time. Hayden J. Long one over the middle, and it's intercepted. Free State picks it off at the 40. Back across midfield, down to the 43, and a great play from Free State.
Well, at first I thought it was Jet Deneen. That's why I said guess who, but I was wrong about that. Grant Gregory just back playing, to use a cliche, playing center field. Makes a break on the ball. Clean interception. Boy, and the kind of play the defense needed.
And a great return back into Mill Valley territory at the 43. And boy, the Firebirds have the Jags on the ropes here with a big play. So Hayden J. trying to connect over the middle. And Grant Gregory steps in the way, makes the interception. The Firebird offense now with 9:30 remaining. See if the Firebirds try to slow things down just a little bit. Fresh off the Jet Deneen touchdown run. Tay Ware sidesteps one tackle and then wrapped up from behind after a short gain.
You know, you said see if the Firebirds slow things down. I was thinking this might be a chance just to push one deep and see what happens.
Brock Wooster in on the tackle there. But now the Firebirds huddle it up a little bit. Jet Deneen gets the play call from the sideline. He heads back to the huddle. Free State breaks the huddle with 15 seconds on the play clock. Jordan Brown out by himself wide right. And you got Willits and Patchen wide left. Going to be a Jet Deneen quarterback keeper off left tackle. And he'll get to the 40. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. And Free State definitely slowing things down here. Clock now at 8:30, and Jet Deneen comes to the sideline. He'll come right over to head coach Kevin Stewart, and he'll get the play call here. Play clock at 19:7. It'll be down close to 8 minutes by the time Free State needs to run this play. Again, you know, Mill Valley 2 possessions away now from tying this game, and Free State may call a timeout here on 3rd and 7. And I think that's what Kevin Stewart will do. They'll let the clock roll all the way down to 8 minutes and 8:01, and there's your timeout. So 3rd and 7, 2-score game with 8 minutes left. Is this 2-down territory if you pick up 3 or 4?
Oh, I think definitely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that this Mill Valley offense has put some points on the board tonight, but I think there's enough faith in the defense that even if they went for it on fourth and didn't get it, I think they're comfortable putting their defense out there against Mill Valley. Surprised I haven't said Blue Valley before this one.
Well, Mill Valley, kind of new to the league over here.
Yeah.
Playing Lawrence High and Free State. You don't see the Blue Valley schools very often here in Lawrence.
Not
so many EKL teams until you get to the postseason.
Not unless you get into the playoffs.
And that's happened a couple times in basketball. And at the state tournament, Blue Valley Northwest has been so good. And
yeah.
The Lawrence High's run into those guys a couple times, so was Free State. So here we go, 3rd down and 7. Jet Deneen hands it off. Tay Ware spins away from one tackle, stays on his feet, and he's going to be awfully close to the first down.
Oh, so many
penalty flags have come out. Boy, the second spin. Boy, what a great individual effort from Tay Ware. 5'9", 150-pound junior. But the flags and the way everybody's walking makes me think this is going to be on Free State. But we'll see.
Face mask.
It's a face mask on Mill Valley. And is that both flags or just one?
I thought that could have been at least one of them.
And that's it. So that's going to be a huge penalty for the Firebirds. And that'll be a first down for Free State. And it'll mark it all the way down to the Jaguars' 27.
Man, 5'9", 150. That's not very big.
I don't know. Those measurements may have been taken a few months ago. Felt like he's grown since then. He looks bigger than that to me. 1st and 10 from the 27. Tay trying to find a hole, and instead of going forward, steps backward a yard or two, and Jet Deneen actually pointed to just get down.
Yeah.
And he did, and this will take off some more time on the clock.
You know, there aren't many Barry Sanders in the world.
Nope.
So plant your foot, get upfield, and get what you can.
Loss of 4 makes it 2nd down and 14. Very deliberate now are the Firebirds. Play clock at 19. Now I'm down to 15. 7:08 remaining in this one. And right now the clock, the enemy of the Jaguars. Free State would love to get one more first down. Going to be tough, though, here on 2nd and 14. And here's Tay.
There you go.
Little hole up the middle. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
That's better.
Like the burst there, too, when he got the football.
Yep. Well, he had a little crease, so he had some running room. He can make a quick decision. 4-yard carry is good in anybody's book.
And 2 more carries like that on 3rd and 4th down, and you're going to be awfully close to another first down. Clock is 6:26 and rolling. 17 on the play clock. Firebirds not even lined up yet as Jet Deneen takes a look at the sideline. Gets the play. Play clock now under 10. Got to believe the Firebirds will keep it on the ground. Deneen will either keep it or hand it off, and he keeps it this time, and he follows Tay Ware right through the hole, stays on his feet, and he may have the first down. Boy, he is right at the first down marker, and that is just Jet Deneen being maybe the toughest, strongest, and best football player on the field.
That he is. He is a tough, strong kid and a very determined kid.
And this is the perfect drive for Free State to milk this clock and end this game. It all started with the interception from Grant Gregory and returned it across midfield. A very deliberate drive, and the Firebirds have used several plays to pick up these first downs.
Yeah, you know what, you called it, the pace of this drive right now, and the clock just keeps ticking away.
Let's see if Jet hands. He does. He hands it to Tay. And Tay picks up 3 or 4 along that left side. He runs right into Cody Moore. And they'll give him, a yard, maybe 2, close to the 16. And 30 seconds still on that play clock. We're going to get close to 4.5. I believe until, the play clock just went off. So it's going to be tough for the Firebirds to time this one. So more clock problems. And now the whole thing's gone. 4:48, Deneen's going to run a play. He fakes it to Ware, escapes one tackler, reverses field, and gets back close to the line of scrimmage, but another penalty flag comes out right where he got tackled.
You got to think that's going against Free State.
It's like a holding call, huh?
Yeah. Although you thought face mask maybe?
No, I was doing the holding without the other hand.
Okay.
Just holding my phone up with the light so I can see in here.
It gets
a
confusing.
reflection off the glass. I mean, yeah, I know.
It gets very confusing up here. We got those guys down the counter that are always talking so much.
Well, looking the clock. Giving those guys a hard time because we know them well.
I've received numerous texts wondering why the clock operator keeps turning the score
Just
clock
flipping it on and
and
off.
Yeah.
Is it that switch on the wall? Is that the one you and I have flipped 3 times?
Oh, that's me, isn't it?
Are we doing that, guys? Okay. Sorry.
Didn't know. Didn't know.
Don't touch the switch next to that one, Hershiser. We could be in real trouble. I don't know what that one does. Stadium lights may go out. So play clock down to 10. It's scoreboard. Is Steve Grant down there holding the cords together? He might be the one holding the plug in. Second down and long after the penalty, but the Firebirds are going to keep it on the ground. And from second down and 20. And that may be the first time out for Mill Valley now. They've got 3 to burn. Again, a 2-possession game. Firebirds on top, 34-20, and just trying to milk this clock away. In really good position to make it a 3-score game there a moment ago, but a holding call.
Yeah.
Back the Firebirds up, and now you just want to really, I guess, maybe force Mill Valley to use a couple of these timeouts.
Yeah, I thought, if a guy wanted to, and I don't know that you would want to, but I thought really they were kind of setting themselves up for sort of a skinny post right in front of the defensive back, maybe off a little play action because the coverage was pretty soft. But that holding call just kind of blew that whole theory up.
Mm-hmm. 4:09, according to the clock.
Yep.
That's on the board. Guess at this point.
You asked if Steve Grant was
Like you see him down there.
made me think of that.
Former athletic director at Free State. He helps out in these games, and so we always need to find a good job for him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Back to the Future, Tree falls on the cord. Doc's trying to get the end, didn't quite reach. I feel like that's Steve Grant down there trying to get a plug.
See, I was thinking Christmas Vacation and Chevy Chase jamming it together, and all the lights come on.
Yes, very similar. It's one of those two. And then somebody they got a little blood delay here, and that's Jet Deneen who's trying to get a finger wrapped. And on 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 19, they're going to hold up the play and wait for him to get in there.
We have seen a few odd things tonight.
And it looks like a right hand. And I think Mill Valley was kind of think, hey, doesn't he have to come out for a play and run it without him? But I don't think Free State is going to snap it. Well, now they are. They're going to have to snap it. So finally, Wesley Edison, now number 7, comes out onto the field. He'll take the snaps here. And so the officials now finally gets snap it to Edison. And they'll hand it off for a couple seconds there. Mill Valley will call another timeout and stop the clock again. And I think the clock may have started a second early, and I think Mill Valley wants a couple seconds added to the clock.
More conversation between officials. Boy, have those guys huddled up a lot tonight.
Still have not figured out where to eat tonight. It's been a long conversation for food, right?
Yeah.
So 4th down from the 27. Free State needs to get to the 8 for a first down. So it is 4th and 19. So, here if you're Free State, you could throw it here. As the clock running's not really a factor. So Now if you're Jet Deneen, fired up to one of your big wide receivers, and maybe Jordan Brown comes down with another one. Worst case scenario, maybe Mill Valley picks one off, cost him a few yards, get him in the end zone, and touchback brings him back to just the 20. So
wouldn't be awful.
No, so I think you got some options here, and if you're Free State, I think you certainly just take a shot at the end zone here. But 4:05 on the clock, 34-20. And this game was cruising along for a while, and now Mill Valley trying to slow it down as much as possible. The Firebirds trying to pull the upset tonight. Number 1 in Class 5A, Mill Valley, trailing by 2 scores to 3-1 Free State. Firebirds only lost game 2 weeks ago to Olathe North. That one on the road. Here's Deneen. Here's that lob to the end zone, into the corner, and that one at the goal line. And did he catch it? Did he catch it? Jordan Brown at the goal line. He got it. Touchdown. No, they mark it down at the 1. Or did they give it? It's the touchdown. Touchdown, Jordan Brown. They're setting up for the extra point. The official up top, it looked like he was on the goal line going to mark it, but Jordan Brown caught it off the top. I didn't think off his shoelaces on the turf. They're going to give him the catch.
I thought it was underthrown.
And the Firebirds in a hurry to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the lead now is 41-20 on an incredible catch by Jordan Brown on the goal line.
Man, you called it, didn't you, like 5 minutes ago? Let's take a shot at the end zone. The worst thing that could happen is it falls incomplete. The best thing that could happen is touchdown, and, well, the best thing happened.
27-yard touchdown strike from Jet to Brown, and boy, it was on the far side of the field. We had a defender blocking our view, but he apparently caught it. He caught it real low. That was not the high ball he caught earlier at 6'4".
No.
That was on his shoelaces on the turf practically, and I didn't see any argument from the defender or from the Mill Valley sideline, but I did see Jordan Brown get up and start celebrating awfully quickly.
Kid's a real weapon.
Wow.
Boy, is he a weapon out there at wide receiver.
And, you know, I got to watch him the last couple of years when doing those TV games, and we covered Baser Linwood, and he had 70, 80 catches, something like that last year in that offense that the Bobcats run. And then you're going to like him in basketball, too. That's really his main sport. He just kind of does this, I think, for fun. But he's fun to watch, no question about that. And the kick here taken by Aller Heiligen, and another nice return from him all the way to the other side of the field, out of bounds at the 46.
Man, Firebird tackle's just bouncing off that man.
Mm-hmm. But Mill Valley's going to have to be in a hurry here, down 3 scores. It's 41-20 with 3:48 to go.
You said Jordan Brown plays football for fun. Is that his fun or our fun?
That's for both.
Holy cow.
It looked like he had fun when he jumped up after catching that pass. And, you know, I'm sure he wanted to make up for that play a week ago, the fumble on the goal line, which in the end didn't cost Free State. Firebirds still in the game, but a great individual effort during that play. But that had punched out just as he tried to dive for the goal line. And coming up with a couple of huge plays here, and he doesn't need to be open, you just need to find him. About a 9-yard pickup here from Hayden J on first down. And Quez Lee, it looks like, that comes over and makes the tackle. And so a 2nd down and 1 from the 46. Clock goes off again. Come on, Grant. Stretch that cord.
Be a lot of public pressure on Steve Grant now.
Don't send emails. I'm just joking. We don't think he's back there. Pass play on 2nd and 1. Aller Heiligen's got it. Should be enough for a first down, but a very short gain to the 44. Now in the right flat, and they'll move to chains, and they'll continue, I guess, to keep the clock on the field, but it's got to be under 3 minutes now. Clock continues to roll. Jay looking left, fires left. That one incomplete. Napoli just couldn't handle it. And there's a penalty flag down, and boy, that was a quick one because that play was not very long.
That was the first drop by Napoli, I think, tonight.
Trying to make a quick move just as he caught it. A little in route. And this is, I think, going to be a call on Mill Valley. Would love to tell you how much time's left. So they'll mark this off against against Mill Valley from the 45, the 44, so they'll mark it at the Mill Valley now 46-yard line. Nope, he's still going. And they'll mark off 15, so that was a little bit bigger penalty. So a first down from the 41. And Mill Valley needs to get to the Firebirds 34. They get a few yards back here to midfield. Ella Heiligen with it. The Jags in a hurry. Clock still rolling at 2:50, 2:49. 41-20. Firebirds on their way to really one of the biggest wins of the Kevin Stewart era for sure. But boy, this may be one of the best wins maybe in the history of the school. Long pass play down that sideline. Ella Heiligen trying to get it, and that ball's punched out of there by Mose Downing.
Mo's been busy the last 2 or 3
has.
plays. Tackle, one-on-one tackle out here a little earlier, defending that play on a pass breakup.
So the clock stops at 2:30. It's going to be third down and 16. Couple of timeouts left for both teams. Football right at midfield. They'll snap the football to Jay, and the ball thrown out to Napoli, about a 3 or 4 yard pickup down to the 46. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in this game. The play clock resetting, but that won't be a factor as Mill Valley in a hurry. So fourth down and 11 coming up. Could be the last play of the night for Mill Valley as we go under 2 minutes. 41-20 our score. Free State on top, trying to improve to 4-1 on the season. Mill Valley would fall to 4-1 on the year. Maybe a statement game for the Firebirds at the midway point. Long pass down that left sideline. It's overthrown, incomplete. That was intended for Kendrick Jones. Jed Deneen over there. Looked like Cooper Jackson over there as well. And that will be turned over. You didn't see flags, did you?
No flags.
I just want to wait. Turnover on downs, a minute 41. Free State will have it with a 3-touchdown lead. Dash Cleveland now celebrating a little bit. He's standing up on the sideline. A couple more hugs. He looks a lot different than he did in that third quarter. I'm glad to see that.
Looking pretty vigorous right now.
Yeah,
but
he looks. I think he's still a little wobbly over there, but I think he's feeling a little bit better. The Jaguars do have 2 timeouts remaining. We'll see if Coach Appleby chooses to use any of those. Jed Deneen is going to hand it off. Tay Ware, a little shake there at the 45, and he picks up 6. Rakowski in on the tackle, and no timeouts here from Mill Valley. Or did they just call one? I don't think so. Clock's still rolling. But call coming in. But what a win for Free State.
What a good win for Free State. I think you referenced earlier a statement win. I would have to agree with that.
And some, I think more importantly, just for this Free State team, some real belief. Last year was so tough. You know, the year before was tough too. You had the coaching change, and even though Free State had a ton of talent, I mean, those are hard. Kids don't want to change. A new coach comes in and said, hey, we were winning fine with the old way.
Yeah.
Why don't we keep doing the old way? And I think Coach Stewart had to battle some of that. Those upperclassmen have departed. This was his sophomore class when he came in.
Yeah.
They have clearly figured it out, and this team is clearly heading in the right direction.
Well, you referenced a couple of years ago, and I think, I think a kind of a defining moment was actually the Lawrence High game. And that was Jet's first start at quarterback against Lawrence High.
And one more knee by Jet. That'll run out the clock. Down to 20 seconds. That's the final play. Let the celebration begin. But you're absolutely right. And that was a surprise start there.
Yes,
took everybody by surprise. We were there, the TV crew that night.
Yep.
Right before kickoff, Coach Stewart told us, he's like, I'm going to start Jet Deneen tonight. And he did.
Gutsy move.
And they ended up winning that game. And a very close one, as I recall.
It was close.
I think Malik came in and played some QB later in that one.
Yep.
But that was kind of the start to hand the keys of the Ferrari over to the younger kids late in that season. But what a win tonight. Free State wins it. Final score 41-20. Both teams in midfield. Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back and wrap this one up. This was fun. Mill Valley falls for the first time this year, and the Firebirds improved to 4-1. Free State High School, where we had a good one, and it was especially good if you are a fan of the home team. Free State tonight, final score 41-20 over the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A tonight. A back and forth battle that Free State took control of early, got the 2-score lead. Mill Valley kept making it a 1-possession game, but the Firebirds just kind of stiff-armed the Jags the entire rest of the way and just kind of held them off at a distance.
You know, and people might, some naysayers might say, oh, well, they beat the 5A team, number 1 in 5A. You know what? Good is good.
They were the best team in the state and maybe multiple states last year.
Yes, yeah. And so good is good, and so this is a heck of a win right now for Free State. They've had. I thought they had a good win last week. I thought they had a good performance against Olathe North, although not winning. But man, are these guys just kind of on the? Is their trajectory? Are they just ascending right now? Is that what we're feeling? I think so.
Lots of big plays, 27 yards, 77 yards, 59 yards, 24, 31, 12, 64, 69, and 27. And meanwhile, let's talk about Mill Valley here. The swagger that this team has had for a while, lost some big-time playmakers from last year. They've still got a ton of talent, but maybe not quite matching last year's dominant team. And this group's going to kind of have to try to figure that out and try to find a way to keep that swagger.
And just when I thought that their best chance tonight were those short possession timing routes, boom, they pop a couple of huge plays and, take the momentum back, and they really threatened to win the game. But the Firebirds, man, so many times, Kevin, anytime, anywhere on the field, these kids can score a touchdown.
And we've seen it. So the big question mark now for Free State moving forward is, how long is Dash Cleveland going to be out?
Yeah.
And we don't know anything. He looked much better on the sideline here at the end of the game, but the type of injury that it appeared to us, that could be that could miss some time for sure.
Yeah. And that would be unfortunate, not just for the team, but for Dash. He's having a very fine senior season. And for a kid who doesn't have a lot of football in his background, to see him just get better every year and get better every game, his senior season, that's been exciting to see. So I hope he's fine and can play next week.
Awfully fun game tonight. Firebirds win it. Final score 41-20. Improved to 4-1 on the season. Mill Valley falling again for the first time. That record falls to 4-1. Big thanks to everyone who made tonight's game possible. Cole Butar. Cole, appreciate your help back at the station. Hey, he's Craig Hershiser. I'm Kevin Romery. It was awfully fun. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next week.